panic attacks. So many of us have them, and a lot of us think we're alone in them or we don't share them. You talk about, I think, first in 2006 with the hot air balloon ride, and then I think it was your 20th wedding anniversary.
Because I think more people have them than we realize. I had read about them, and I remember being skeptical, like, is that a real thing? Like, what is that? I've been anxious before, but when you have one,
Yeah.
it is, at least for me, the whole world falls away, and you are just by yourself, and just
Yeah.
literally that, like deer in the headlights. Like, you can't, sweaty palms, can't think, your heart is racing. And so I think they're really important to talk about, because we can also help one another and coach one another
Yeah.
through them. So one of my youngest daughter, one of her friends had one. We were going to get on a plane situation, and I was able to coach her through it. And it felt good for her and for me at the time. And then I had an adult female friend who had one in the last 6 months and called me. And thank God she called me. Like, I could hear it in her voice, and she didn't even quite know what was happening. But I could ask her, what are the circumstances? What was being asked of you? What were you thinking you were going to do? And I could see that the person that was calling her to pull her to do something was doing something for their own interest, not hers. And every single thing in her body was telling her not to do it. But she felt guilt. She felt reasons that she should go. Like, that person was quite good at manipulating her, right? And so I was able to talk her down enough that she could calm herself. We could talk later. She didn't end up going and doing the thing the person asked her to do, and thank God she did not.
Do you think that when we have a panic attack, it's our body telling us like
Yes.
something's not right or something's incongruent?
And I think it's been giving you a lot more signals before it gets to the attack, and we just keep not listening to them. We just keep pushing them down and acting like they're not there, or not tuning to them. And finally your body just stops you dead in your tracks and says, this is not right, and you know it.
Yeah. Do you have them now? Or when's the last one?
I have not had one recently, not in the last 4 years.
Yeah. I haven't. So I had my first one actually on my honeymoon. And I'm like, what is this trying to tell me? What is it?
Yeah.
Although what's funny is we wrote the business plan for our company on our honeymoon. So I'm like, maybe I was like about to enter a whole, I don't know what it was, but that was my first time ever. And I couldn't even, I was similar to you where I'd heard of course I knew what they were, but I didn't understand. And then when you have one, oh my gosh, for me, I felt like I was going to die.
Yes.
Like, it's so scary.
It's so terrifying.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
terrifying. And I think that's why we need to not only talk about them and give people
Yes.
tools, but we need to say when it's happened to us. Because I think people look out and say, oh, well, it couldn't have happened to her or him. They're so confident. No, they can happen to anybody. And again, it has to do with, are you living that, are you being in touch with your body and the messages it's giving you? Are you living a fully integrated life?